Hey, your viewers and viewers, my name is General Red Strategist, and welcome back to Stranded Deep. So, Phil's joining me via Skype. How you doing over there, Phil?
Hello
Hello.
everybody. Yes.
There he is.
Now then, the last time we did this, we said February.
Yeah, February, somewhere around there. It's been a while.
It has been,
Which isn't
'cause
too
it's
bad.
now November.
Yes, it is
It's been
indeed.
a fair while and Stranded Deep.
Yes, I like to imagine that our character has just been on this island the whole time, just like, are they going to log in back in at any point? Is Red
You're
going to play
help me
again?
out because I'm just stuck on this fucking
Yeah.
island.
Yes, I've got my gyrocopter parts down here, an air tank, vehicle
Got some
electrical
bits,
parts, yeah, a Wavula Vula plant,
Yes.
whatever that is. So I've got kindling, I've got my containers, so I just have a look at what's actually in them. Oh, I've got a flare gun, refined hammer in that one. Yes, it's been a while, ladies and gents. Just need to remember basically
What you've been,
what I've been up
the
to.
stuff you've got. But yes, Stranded Deep is the one. So basically, Stranded Deep's the one where there's various different desert islands.
Yeah,
So that's this one. Various
Indeed.
different desert islands, and we've got to try and make our survive throughout. I think there are other islands as well that we've got the little raft for.
yeah, indeed. So, you know,
Dinghy.
in terms of things we could potentially be doing this episode, I was thinking maybe we could. Well, the thing is, there's actually some objectives or like things on the top left there. So maybe we'll do some of those just to perhaps
And
get
have a
them
chat
ticked
while
off.
we do it.
And have a chat while we do it, indeed, lad. Yes. So I should probably get out my spear. Oh, there's the paddle. It's over here. Indeed.
Just jump again.
Jump. There we go. You still watching the
Yeah,
shadow.
I'm sorry, but I don't think in real life we can jump that high.
No. It's a bit big,
Goes in
isn't
the
it?
shadow then.
Yes.
Oh
Right.
yes, I want to see how the shadow reacts, because I remember in the forest, the shadow of the person, the shadow isn't the best.
No.
So basically, there's no head bob or anything. Let's see how the shadow is for Stranded Deep. Oh, it does seem to be a little bit better actually.
Perhaps a little better, yeah. Not too bad though. So yeah, I'm just going to see if I can pull this actually into the water, because there's still one thing to tick off there, which is basically actually using the thing, the paddle, to actually steer us about and paddle about in the water.
Yeah, I think we did go to a different island
Yeah.
from last time.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, it's like giving me weird little sort of tutorial things. Yes. So I might as well try and tick off
Hints.
some of these. Hint, eh? Pick up resources you can
Hint,
find around
yeah.
the island. So where was that friggin' Wavula plant? There it is.
Well, the word hint, sail straight forward.
God, that's a classic. That is. I should
Yeah.
probably put this paddle back actually on the raft. There's a thing. There it is. Pull E to attach. There we go. Right, that's on there.
Is there a danger of the raft floating away?
Yeah, I think there is. So I'm going to pull it actually onto the sand. There we go. So that way
Then
it doesn't.
basically fucked, aren't you?
Yeah, because then you'd have to craft a raft, and for that you need lots and lots of resources. Okay, so I had my kind of setup
Your
over here.
abilities are on point.
Yes, there we are. Let me just drink some more water out of there. Now, food. These.
Yay.
These
Drinkable coconut, empty drinkable coconut,
Drinkables.
drinkable coconut, empty drinkable coconut, empty drinkable coconut,
Yes.
empty drinkable coconut,
are. Dearie me, you going all right there, Phil?
empty drinkable coconut, coconut half, and you must consume that coconut
Wow.
half.
Is this your
Sounds like
attempt
the
at...
start of a game show. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a bit strange view there, wasn't it? Now, how do I drop stuff?
Song.
There we go, that's how you drop stuff. Right.
What is
Eat.
your view on the old humble coconut? Have you ever tried any? Have you
I've
any tried any in its raw form?
I've never tried
Not,
coconut in its raw
desiccated
form,
inside
no.
chocolate. or
No,
something.
I
No, have you
haven't
not?
ever tried it in its raw form, and
I have.
yeah,
It's a very, because we went to Trinidad and Tobago. It's got a very sort of woody taste.
a woody taste.
But yeah, it's a sort of woody taste. I've had a bit, because we went there and we got a coconut because there was a coconut tree, and fucking hell, it's so difficult to get into.
Yeah,
We were spending ages trying to get into it, but we eventually got in, and it's got the sort of coconut milk.
yeah,
And it's an interesting taste. Yeah, it's sort of woody, and doesn't taste anything at all like what you'd get in like when you flavour it with chocolate or desiccated, you know. Because I think licorice all sorts have coconut variety in their sweets as well. Yeah, when you get coconut sweets or chocolate. So you get a raw coconut and try it against like a Bounty,
Yeah.
or those ones in licorice. It doesn't taste anything like each other, which is really weird. But then maybe that shows the power of sugar.
Indeed, yes. Oh man, sometimes it's quite shocking when you look at different types of foods and snacks and things like that, and you actually look at the sugar content in them.
Oh God!
Some of them are awful, aren't they?
Yeah,
so much.
When they make things sugary.
Indeed.
That's why they say. That's why they say things like, when you get some like orange juice from the store, it's not actually that good for you. Just the amount of sugar they put in. So if you want to get one of those sort of drink, look for the ones with the least amount of sugar in.
Yeah.
Because there will be some sugar-free varieties.
Indeed. There will indeed out there, so you just got to look real carefully for it all. Alright. Can I just... oh, right, apparently I can just carry these wooden logs.
Because it's sugar that also contributes to fat content, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So that's why you have to be careful of it.
Indeed.
As well, because it can be very, very bad for you, sugar.
Indeed, it can. I think we're all right night at the moment. We won't sleep just yet. So what I do need to think about is perhaps can we get some sort of an axe or something? We can find some rocks, maybe. That's what I'm thinking. Because it just wants us apparently to craft a stone tool, Phil.
Then a stone tool, yeah, that would be good. That would be useful.
Indeed.
Then you got the ones that like cakes or something. Then put a sugar dusting on top.
Yeah.
Blimey.
Sugar dusting.
Oh yeah, and the big thing is everyone going, "Oh, cereals, breakfast cereals are fine." No,
well, no,
they're really actually not. If you look at the breakfast cereals, are really quite sugary.
Yeah, they can be, can't they?
Especially when you get like Frosted Flakes.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just one of those things. It's like you just have to check really carefully what it is you're actually buying.
I think, to be honest, if you want to have a breakfast cereal that's not so sugary, I think the best one would probably be something like cornflakes.
Yeah, probably.
Bland ones. But even cornflakes has a bit of sugar in it.
Indeed.
But not as much as the big ones.
You want to look for things basically like cornflakes or bran flakes, stuff like that.
Yeah, to have a healthier breakfast, fruit is obviously the best one. Granola isn't too bad.
Yeah. Okay, I actually see any rocks. Where are we? There's a yucca. I've got a little yucca
but I
farm.
remember when I was younger. You may remember when he was younger, when you used to get the little cereals. You know, the ones that come in the variety packs.
Oh, yeah, the little variety
packs.
packs.
They were so amazing.
They were.
They're amazing.
I always kind of felt like, though, a single one of those boxes only gave you a little amount, so then you'd end up, like, mixing and matching them sometimes.
You'd have to mix and match, yeah. And I noticed as well, they always seem to give you a bit more of the blander ones.
Yeah.
The interesting, cool ones. Yeah.
Especially if you were like a kid with siblings, and everyone wanted the frigging Cocoa Pops, nobody wanted the cornflakes.
Yeah, there was like 3 packs of cornflakes. It was like a 7 or 8 variety pack, and there was like 3 cornflakes, and you had like 1 Cocoa Pops.
Indeed.
It's like, what are you playing at?
Yeah. I think.
But you had to mix and match them because the portion sizes you got was tidgy.
Yeah, they were. They were a bit shit in that sense.
But yeah, they were cool, the variety packs. I remember those. We used to have those all when we were little.
Yeah.
And we used to want like caravan holidays or something like that because they were easy to take with you.
Yeah, they were. Very compact.
Very compact, yeah. But I don't have breakfast anymore. So the last time some cereal was many years ago.
It were many a year ago when young Philip had his Liberace breakfast cereal.
I understand that, but then there's people who are big, full English for breakfast. Like, that is a stodgy start.
It is, isn't it? Yeah.
How can you do that?
I know. God, but it's
some
like
people get the full works.
Yeah, they do.
The bacon, the sausage, the black pudding, the tomato, the mushroom, the hash browns. Some people even have chips with it.
Oh God, I know. You just think like chips, really, with that? God, it's like no thanks. Chips are not a breakfast item, in my opinion.
Not at all. No. But yeah, it's so stodgy. And surely, if you have that at breakfast, you're like feeling, throughout the rest of the day.
Indeed. It's funny though that I say, chips are not a breakfast item when they are essentially just deep fried potato. And then, people say, okay, what about hash browns then, Red?
Hash browns deep fried potato.
Indeed, yeah.
Sort of style.
Yeah. But the thing is, full English breakfast, that's like a special occasion thing for me personally.
Yeah. Well, I remember that time when we used to have barbecue calzones and you'd have some of it for breakfast. I don't know how you do that.
I know. Them's what days. when I was a bit younger.
God,
Yes,
they were. They were. If you talk about something that was stodgy,
indeed.
ooh, yeah, God.
Ooh, all that doner meat that they used to put into them. Good lord. It was quite something that were. All right.
Yeah. But
Okay.
I think, to be honest, people who do have full Englishes have it basically set for the day. I think the majority of people who go for it
Yeah.
actually don't have any lunch.
Oh, probably. Yeah.
People just skip straight through to the evening meal.
Yeah, they probably do
Because
actually.
it sets them for the day.
Yeah.
But I have heard of people who do have full English and they go, "Oh, look, it's 1 p.m. lunchtime. What shall we have? Shall we get a stir fry going?"
Oof.
Sorry.
Yeah. Good lord. Oh dear. Right, wood foundations. How do I make these wood foundations, Phil?
I don't know.
Right,
I
hang
haven't
on.
really much experience just trying to decompose.
No. You know,
I
I'd say
remember that
I
time
do, but
one of our very, very early episodes where we actually that was the one where I came to your house when you were up north,
Yeah.
and we had this paper with all the recipes from
Oh,
the wiki.
yeah.
The wiki. Yeah.
Indeed.
So we could
There's,
actually learn what we were doing, and build stuff.
Oh, there we go. Right. What I'm trying to do here, Phil, is I'm thinking because I've got a hammer. I might be able to see. Ah, here we go. Yeah, possibly building some stuff.
Yeah, I think the idea is to get some building done.
Yeah. Indeed. Oh, story farming. I see. Nice. Consumables.
farming.
Trophies. Ooh, look at all this. You can get all like these bits here as well. There we are. All right, building. That's where we want to go. So I'm guessing we'll need a foundation first. Okay, that sort of looks like that. Oh, we'll start building ourselves a beach house, I do think, Phil, because why the hell not?
Beach house, yeah, that's what we
The
like.
beach house for us there, Phil. I say for us, for my character, that is. Yes. I sort of maybe just... Oh, there we go. Like that's the foundation like that there. So I think I probably need to... Oh wait, how does this work? Do I just... Ah, right, I have to hit it with the hammer, I see. Okay, this feels different to how I remember the last time I played. I was trying to see how the actual building works, but... So you actually now have to hammer it to get it there. Okay. Nice. I've achieved something. I'm smart.
You've got a wood foundation down.
Yes, there we go.
Is wood the only material that
I'm pretty sure you
makes
can.
foundations?
You can make all sorts of things like foundations, walls from a variety of materials. So I've got like these corrugated iron scraps, which I think you
Right.
could also use for things like walls and floors and things like that. Though I'm not sure if I'd want to use that for a floor, but yeah. Imagine,
Corrugated scrap.
yeah, having a corrugated iron floor, Phil, and imagine
Well, it's
walking
a
on
bit
that in bare
like
feet.
Fallout 4, isn't it?
Yeah,
Where you can make your own settlements,
Oh,
which I remember you've given a go, haven't you, at
yeah.
that? And you can make it out of corrugated stuff.
Indeed. Okay, we've actually just my freaking durability on that bloody knife of mine has just it's just gone. So I'm going to need to get myself a freaking new
Anubis.
Anubis.
You want to
Yes.
get Anubis. You want to get Anubis. That's it.
Yes. I need to get
Basically
a new
this.
knife, but for that I need stones. That's slightly annoying.
Hey.
Oh dear. We need to go find some
So,
rocks.
so Andrew, how is work going these days? Still lots of essay marking?
Not at the moment.
Essays.
I've just
essays,
completed a batch,
drowning
though.
Essays.
Sorry, I was taking a sip of tea as you were going on about essays just then. I actually just completed marking a big batch of them, so that's good. So I don't have to worry too much about that. But yeah, it's actually interesting because I just finished an interesting batch of some different types of summative, to put it that way. Ones that took a bit of a different form. So, for example, I was marking a batch of extension essays for a particular course where instead of like a straightforward conventional essay, it had kind of like a multi-part summative submission, where it had, if I remember correctly, it had like a so it had like the first part of it, the larger part. It was like a written piece that was written kind of like a policy memo, and that was accompanied by a 5-minute video for each submission. So I had to like watch the video and read the
Oh, you got
submission
a video as well.
Yeah, so it was kind of interesting just to do
And
those
the essay
ones.
was on how does Stranded Deep tell us to live on a desert island, and
Well-
what are its connotations?
Its connotations, eh? Wow, that's very specific. But yes, a coconut. There we go. I'll take that. Thank you very
Lovely.
much.
We can explore this ship and get some items.
Yeah. Tap to open. There's nothing in that one. Okay. Any other containers on this here grand vessel?
Have you got your own sort of like office?
Yeah, well, I have an office at my workplace. Technically, it's a shared one. There's a couple of other people who use it as well. But yeah, it's relatively private and not too bad. It's all right. Yeah, I use it from time to time. I mean, I haven't really been using it these last few months, what with COVID and all that, because when it's been, I don't know, easier just sometimes to work from home at times. But
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Does the university? I remember like because obviously at Lancaster University you'd have on-site things there's like subways and all
oh
sorts
yeah.
of things. So that's at this one.
Yeah, so there's a cafe and things where you can get coffees and drinks things like that, and there is like a big restaurant as well, which isn't too bad.
Yeah, I remember at university we having things like that.
Yeah, but because it's a more sort of specialist site, there aren't as many things as you would get at a more kind of conventional university. But there's stuff there, and
You're
it's good.
joking. There's no bloody Costa.
No Costa. No,
Yeah.
technically it is a Costa actually. The one at my site, within the
Oh.
cafe. It's a funny system, yeah. Drink more tea. There we go.
I knew you were about to drink tea then because your voice suddenly went echoey as it was reverberating off the inside of the cup.
Yes.
Yeah.
The reverberations, Philip.
Reverb.
Indeed.
Which is a thing that musicians like.
Yeah, they do. Right. Turn this to let's go. Cut it on the ground. Okay. We could always.
Do you still? I mean, the ultimate question for you is: do you still enjoy your job?
Yeah, I do indeed. It's a good job
Good,
and all that.
because that's because obviously if you're feeling a bit like it's getting a bit too much at the moment,
Yeah.
it's always not good to have that in your job. But as long as you're
Indeed.
enjoying it, because that's the key thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not all about the money; it's about enjoying the job as well.
Yeah.
Obviously, the money's a good thing; it's a good practical thing, but it's enjoying it as well. And I mean, if you're in a job that's making quite a bit of dough, but unfortunately, it's not quite what you want.
Indeed. Yes.
That was a bit of advice from your mum, wasn't it? Or always go with the good to go with the job that you like.
Yeah.
Rather than don't always be looking for the money aspect of it. Money aspect is good because she said that I remember in a Sir episode ages ago when we had that big mega chat that she was a bit what's the word I'm looking for, that she couldn't go into what she wanted.
Yeah. So the thing about my mother is she's always said, try and, go into a job that you would enjoy, or do kind of, aim to try and do something that you personally would like to do, and don't let kind of other people necessarily have too much of an influence on that.
Right, that's perfectly fair. If you want to
Yeah.
go down a coal mine, you go down a coal mine.
Indeed. But because the thing about like her is, I think she's the sort of person who would have probably liked to maybe like go to university or something to do maybe something like artistic or something like that, but never did, and perhaps kind of wishes she had done. But yeah, because I think like when she was young, when she was in her sort of late teens, getting into her early 20s, I think her parents kind of maybe had a bit too much of an influence on what she kind of her kind of job that she first went into, and so she ended up in social security.
Parents do that sometimes, yeah.
And she didn't really like it, and I can sort of understand why. I mean, it's not exactly a glamorous job, social security.
No, it's not, is it?
It's not, but because the thing is, like, she has all kinds of stories from her sort of social security days of what things were kind of like sometimes, and some of them are quite fascinating to hear. Like, for example, I can always remember her telling us when I was a kid, tell me once about the story of how one time there was like I think this was when she was actually working in London at one time, but the story was something like there'd been a guy once came in with a couple of kids, young kids, and this is going back, this probably was like in the 80s, long before I was born, and essentially this guy just came in with the kids, basically put them forward towards the counter and said, they're your problem now, and then just left. And it's like just abandoned the kids there in social security. Yeah, it was like
bloody hell.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, yeah, right, how the fuck do I control this bloody raft here? This is a bit weird because I'm like hanging outside.
That is something, that.
Yeah, but that's one of those stories. Like I sort of think about that, and I think like what maybe happened to those kids? Like, where are they now? Were they eventually put into like a good foster home or something? Or yeah, you'd
Wow,
hope that maybe they would.
insane.
They would be, yeah.
You
That's
do
the thing.
that?
Well, it's one of those things like people, if they're in real dire financial situations, like,
Yeah, they can't afford to look after their kids.
indeed. How the fuck do I control this bloody life raft? It's like steering around without me wanting it to. It's really weird.
Have you got to go side by side on each part of the raft?
Oh, I don't know. Oh god, I just seem to recall that raft, it used to operate a lot more smoothly, but now it feels like it's sort of dragging side by side. Okay, actually,
Okay. There you
right.
go, got a bit better now.
Right, I want to
Yeah.
kind of go to this island over here if we can, just to go exploring. But yeah,
And one of the worst things about that is what happens when you've been with a foster parent for many years and you finally realise you were actually adopted.
yeah. Well, I mean, usually with
Some
kids,
people like it. Some people
Yeah.
enjoy it, and then stick being adopted and love it.
Yeah.
There's some who want to go and find their biological parents.
Well, thing is, like, as far as I'm aware, most kids who are fostered are told from a young age that they have the foster parents, and then they have, I think the term they use is like, you have a tummy mummy who is your actual biological mother, things like that. So they know from a young age that they have like effectively
Yeah.
two sets of parents. Because the thing is, like, young kids, I think, sometimes they can actually accept and deal with hard issues much better than people give them credit for. Because things
Yeah.
like, what you got to understand, like, young kids don't have that same concept of things like stigmas and shames that sometimes adults seem to attach to things, in the same way
yes,
that
that's a good
they
point.
sometimes do, which is worth noting. And that's why I think sometimes, like I
Good
say,
point.
kids are better at tolerating and accepting things than because I think sometimes a lot of people kind of get hung up and worry that how will the kid react to this, will it traumatize them, things like this, and
Yeah.
it's,
have-
sometimes it doesn't happen like that. It's
No.
yeah, indeed.
That's an interesting point you made there. That's an
Yeah.
absolutely interesting point. Yeah,
Yeah.
because you can usually take on things sometimes really well.
Indeed. Okay, yeah. Achievement unlocked, Island Hopper. Nice.
Island hopper. Have
Yeah.
you ever had any bad or even good incidents with kids?
I can't think of any like bad ones. But I always remember. The thing is, like, I can remember actually when I was living up north. I mean, this years and years back when I was a teenager. I can always remember this one little kid because my dad had a few friends from when his kind of police days.
Yeah.
And he had one friend, and they adopted actually a kid who actually turned out to be a real nice kid. They adopted him when he was a baby, and the thing is, I'm thinking actually now, how old would he be? He'd probably actually be either late teens or early 20s by now. No, late teens, not early 20s. That'd be too old. But yeah, I always remember he was a good kid.
Oh,
He
that's
was,
good.
yeah, it was nice. Okay, just got to pull my raft up here and just remember the
found a
island
new
is over
island.
there. Yeah. Oh God,
Yeah.
don't drift out. Come over here,
No,
please.
no, bring it up a bit further to stop that.
Yeah. Okay, that looks like it should be good there. Okay, right, just to leave it there so we know that island in the distance over there is where we came from. Right. Oh, what the heck? Oh my God!
Oh, it's a
What?
giant crab. Whoa!
Okay, I just got instantly killed and
By a
didn't
giant
even.
crab. What the... Oh.
I didn't even survive the full extent of the 6th day, but I died. Well, bollocks. Okay, that was unexpected. What
That
a...
was completely unexpected. What bloody hell? Where did that crab come from?
Where the hell did that crab come from, indeed? That was pretty crazy, wasn't it? I think it was just there on the ground, but it was so well camouflaged in the shadows that I just couldn't see
and
it.
it was dark as well.
Yeah, well, hot damn. That's one way to just, suddenly... I mean, technically I could continue that game if I wanted to. So, what should we do, Phil? Should we just hop back in?
Yeah, where would it continue from?
Probably the last point at which I saved, which was... before this recording session. It would have been when we loaded in earlier before. Yeah. Actually, how long have we been recording for? Probably not. I think we've been going at least 10 minutes or so there. Probably more like 15, 20-ish. I don't know, something like
chunk
that.
of time, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. I died there.
Oh dear, we had a bit of a that wasn't too great.
That was a real sudden and quite you know.
I know that crab just popped up and it's like, I'm going to have a little nip at your knees.
Yeah, he just pinched my ankles and that killed me, apparently. So
right, you know what I'm going to do?
What's that?
I'm going to go out to a supermarket now, buy some crab and eat it.
The perfect revenge.
Yeah.
There we go. Yes, literally a dish best served cold, Phil.
Oh, hang on a minute, it's a Sunday.
Oh.
Everything's going to start closing early, aren't they?
True, yeah. Well, you better get going now. We better race, race like the Flash.
Yeah, and we're closing now. Fuck you, I need to get me some crab.
Basically, if they say that to you, Phil, you need to tell them, no, this is an urgent mission. You need to just take them aside and speak to them seriously and say, crabs, I need to take revenge on them. My friend just died in a video game.
Walk out the supermarket, just stand in front of the door, have the crab leg in my hand, and just go, and just eat
like
it,
that.
just like there in front of everyone, and everyone's looking at me like, what the fuck is going on here? I'm destroying a crab because one destroyed us in the Stranded Deep game.
Yes, indeed. The perfect explanation. They'll be like, all right, okay, fully understandable, have a nice day.
Yeah.
There you go, yes.
And
all
then,
right.
And then about 10 minutes later, oh, what are these people? Who are these people coming to pick me up? Oh, wait, why they put me in this weird straitjacket? Oh.
Yes, the crab killer, that's what they call him. Yeah. Old Phil the crab killer, there you go. Yes, well, in that case, yeah, we'll wrap up there. So, there you go. Funny little episode. Didn't really get much done there, but, well...
No, because we've got to destroy that fucking crab.
Indeed. So, Facebook and Twitter links down below, along with a link to my propagandist channel for anyone interested. And, of course, if you enjoyed, a like's always appreciated. Thanks for joining me, Phil.
Yeah, lovely. I always enjoy doing these recorded sessions. Gives a bit of time to talk, doesn't it, really? And time to, especially with these games where not much action goes on, it's more about survival. We can have a good chat like we did about all sorts of topics.
Yeah, absolutely. Indeed.
But yes, goodbye, everyone. I hope you enjoyed our little expedition today.
Yeah, goodbye, all. Good God, look at you. You're creepy, I'm not going to lie. Hoogie Woogie 1984. Playtime Company has designed hundreds of distinct toys, but not connected with people more than that of Hoogie Woogie. Our founder, Elliot Ludwig, aimed to create a toy which will hook you forever. As is always true, Playtime Company's four-step process to creating the most lifelike toys was a success. When you say lifelike, that makes me kind of worried about what they were doing here. With a bit of string polyester, our lovable blue pal Hoogie was brought to life. Hoogie Woogie has gone on to be Playtime Company's most popular and best-selling toy so far. What, really? Is it that big? Jesus, who would buy something that big? Oh, is it? Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Christ, no. Okay, so they're actually smaller. Alright, so he's just like a big model.